were told that he attempted to cross a very busy road after getting off a city bus. The light was red, but he did not go into the crosswalk. He crossed directly in front of the bus. The light turned green as he was crossing, and a young driver who reportedly was on his cell phone hit the gas as soon as the light turned green, and he ran into Vaughn as well as a friend of Vaughn's. His initial injuries, the most significant injury was a severe traumatic brain injury. He had multiple fractures throughout his entire body. He has rods in his legs now, a plate in his right arm. He had a grade 5 laceration to his liver, just multiple injuries. Basically his entire body was shattered. He was at Orlando Regional Medical Center in the ICU for about 12 days. He was in a coma for 9 days. The staff there was wonderful, the nurses and doctors. It was so obvious that they actually cared. They weren't just doing a job. They cared about him. They cried with us. They jumped up and down when he woke up, and they were just wonderful with him. We were at Orlando Regional Medical Center from September 3rd to September 25th. But from the moment we arrived at Shepherd Center, I think what I was most surprised with is how fast they began rehab. The very next day he was in a wheelchair, and it was full speed ahead rehab from that moment on, even at a time when I didn't think he was capable of doing any of the things that they were asking him to do. And they asked him, and he kept at it, and I think his recovery is thanks to Shepherd Center.
I remember therapists, they always kept you going. They were always positive. They said, you can do this, just keep on trying. No matter like how, even if you feel like giving up, they won't let you. This is a replica of what my skull looked like before I got it fixed. The Jeep had knocked all this out of my head.
Well, it knocked a large portion out, and then they removed another portion during one of his many surgeries in order to let his brain swell. And he currently has a prosthetic that was put in. It was put in at the Shepherd Center as well, and now he's got his skull back.
A few things. One is I seem to get a little bit frustrated more easily now than I was before. Two, I no longer have time for my job. My original plan was the Air Force for 20, 30 years. Can't even apply till I'm 23 anymore. So I don't know what I'm going to do now.
It's a huge impact.
Yeah.
Every single day it's an impact. His entire future, he lived, ate, breathed Air Force, which he can't join. Everything, all the doctor's visits, the rehab, the therapies are still ongoing, and we're almost a year out. Plastic surgeries, the mental, rehabilitation that we continue to have to go through, as well as the emotional impact for those who went through it with him. I can tell you that I still feel every day like I'm on the verge of tears all day. I don't think I have recovered from it either, so it's a huge impact to everybody.
I am researching some jobs, maybe some studying I gotta do, like some schools I gotta do to get the jobs, and just trying to see what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life. These are Vaughn 2.0 shirts, because after I was hit and I was able to wake up and all that, it was Vaughn 2.0 that went on from that point till now.
So what's Vaughn 2.0 going to look like? Do you know yet?
Not yet.
It's still in the testing phases.
Yes.
But you know what? Keep going. That's what, keep getting better, keep making better. And
Pedestrians, I have one big advice is stick to crosswalks when you cross the street. Don't cross, even if it's a red light, don't cross at a crosswalk. Those are there to be safe.
Outside the crosswalk.
And for drivers, stay off your cell phone and just don't get so distracted. Just focus on your driving.
And never accelerate past a stopped bus of any kind. Things change so quickly, it's not worth the 2 seconds that you save to accelerate past that bus. You got to keep your eyes out and your foot off the accelerator.
Just if this ever happens to you, sadly, just focus on the love from your family and friends. They'll help you get through it.
And the love from complete strangers.
Well, of
I
course.
have found complete strangers stepping up and going above and beyond, just things that I never expected.
Yeah. People I never met gave blood for me and I didn't even know them.